What is going on, Raptors Nation? Luca here, back with another video. And I just wanted to provide a quick update because the Damian Lillard sweepstakes are pretty crazy right now, especially as it pertains to the Toronto Raptors, who have made some pretty significant waves when it comes to the Lillard sweepstakes. Before we dive right into it, do me a solid, hit a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for more Raptors content over here on the Raptors Nation YouTube channel. So, some pretty significant reports came out, and the Toronto Raptors are viewed as the front runner in the Damian Lillard sweepstakes right now. That is according to Mark J. Spears, who did have an interesting piece. He did appear on ESPN, and he said that he talked to two really high-ranking team executives, and they said that Toronto is the front runner when it comes to acquiring Damian Lillard. Now, contrary to some of the other reports that have come out suggesting that Lillard doesn't want to play in Toronto, doesn't want to go anywhere but Miami. And we even saw something circulating suggesting that Lillard would make it ugly if traded to Toronto. Mark Spears does say that Damian Lillard is a professional and he knows Damian Lillard would show up and Damian Lillard would play. He did joke around that if Lillard would like being in Toronto, that's something that Drake would have to get in his ear about. Spears did say that no trade is imminent, and that's kind of been the constant theme with these Lillard rumors. We continue to get so much news come out, but nothing has been done, and we are a week away from training camp. But Spears does say that things are quiet with the Heat right now, and Portland is continuing to talk to other teams, and the hottest name he's hearing are, in fact, the Toronto Raptors. So with things being quiet, could the Raptors come in and make a splash? That is the thing that remains to be seen. And then Sportsnet's Michael Grange put out a very interesting piece, as Grange confirms per his sources that the Raptors are very much in the mix when it comes to Damian Lillard. And then Grange says that the Raptors seem confident that they can outbid teams like the Heat. Grange says, and I quote, "By all accounts, the Raptors seem at least reasonably confident they can maneuver their way to the front of the line, past the Miami Heat, Lillard's preferred destination, and ahead of a team such as the Brooklyn Nets, who have the draft picks to get something done if Portland is open to taking on the last 2 years of Ben Simmons." Grange does suggest that a deal does come down to a package built around OG Anunoby, as Grange says that Scottie Barnes remains the apple of the Raptors' eye. So that's something that we had known already, that the Raptors unwilling to trade Scottie Barnes. And if a trade package for Lillard goes down for the Raptors, it would in all likelihood revolve around OG Anunoby. And then I do want to backpedal a little bit here because Mark Spears also said that the Trailblazers are interested in Grady Dick. So Grady Dick would likely be in any potential deal for Lillard, with OG Anunoby likely to be the centerpiece of that trade. Now, I'm going to play devil's advocate for a bit here, and I did put this out on X. So the Raptors are clearly unwilling to trade Scottie Barnes. We know that. And if the Raptors do trade for Lillard, it would be a package centered around OG Anunoby. But the part that I don't understand is if the Raptors truly do want to get Dame and they're willing to go for this and they can convince him to play in Toronto, wouldn't you want OG Anunoby on your team if you're trying to win now and compete for a championship? Scottie Barnes is arguably already a better player than OG, definitely has way more upside. But when you're talking about a championship team and a team that would be Damian Lillard and Pascal Siakam as your main guys, I think OG Anunoby would be a better fit. A guy who is a 3-and-D player, who can hit shots, play defense, and doesn't necessarily need the ball in his hands as much as a guy like Barnes, who, remember, he was expected to get an increased role on offense going into the season. And Rajakovic even said, we expect Barnes to have the ball in his hands a lot more. If you trade for a guy like Lillard, that's going to negate those ball handling duties. It's going to be Lillard 1A, Pascal Siakam 1B, and then you just need guys who can space the floor and hit shots. So a guy like Anunoby would make perfect sense in that scenario. It is important to note that the Toronto Raptors do appear that they are in fact very interested in Damian Lillard, and Miami stands. I mean, we've heard nothing new from them. It looks like Miami's being stubborn in their approach. Whatever they offered in the offseason is probably their offer now, which is why we haven't heard anything. And, I saw something come out that Pat Riley and the Heat are in no rush to make a trade, and they still feel good about their chances of winning the East without Damian Lillard. So can a team like the Raptors sneak in and make something happen? Or can another team, for that matter, sneak in and make something happen? We've heard other teams like the Bulls, even the Magic, the Nets, the Bucks. So if it's not the Raptors, will it be another team? Or is this all just one big game of bluff? And will this end up being smoke and mirrors? And will the Heat, in fact, be the team that gets something done? I'm just as interested as all of you to see how this saga is going to end. But we may get our answer soon because training camp's about to start in a week, the preseason, and then the NBA season. And I don't think the Blazers and these teams who are inquiring about Dame want to let this linger into the start of the season. So we could get our answer very soon. But Raptors Nation, do you want to see the Raptors trade for Damian Lillard? And what is your ideal trade package for Damian Lillard? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hit a like and subscribe. That is it for me. This is Lucas signing off. Until next time, stay safe.